to Food to Watch Films By.
Hi there.
This, excitingly, is our Troma special.
And it's going to come at you hard, fast, and in 4 segments, I believe.
Yes, like a chunk of ham hock shaved off and thrown across the room in rage.
You have a fixation with chucking meat.
I don't know why. It just feels good to say. Anyway, and the picture it conjures is quite
the image of meat slapping in someone's face.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So we're inviting you to join us on a journey through Troma Entertainment. If you're not aware of Troma, what the hell is wrong with you? Have you heard of the Toxic Avenger?
Have you? Answer us.
Yeah, have you? Who are you? So yeah, to pay homage to the awesomeness of Troma, we are embarking on a series of special features where we're going to pick out our top Troma picks. And each episode, we each choose one.
Throughout this as well, we're also we've asked you, the listener, to let us know what your favourite Troma flick is. So we've been running a few polls, and the votes are officially in. Yeah. And over the course of these next 4 episodes, we'll be counting down our listener top 10 Troma movies, and there's a lot to choose from. And there's a lot of classics within there.
Yeah, indeed. But and I thought actually, Adam, just to kind of keep us fueled as we go through this journey. I've made some lovely cocktails here. Don't know if you want to have a try. It's a nice mojito.
You know me so well. You know, like a mojito.
Just sup that back.
I feel like I'm on my holiday.
yeah. So yeah, sup that down. What do you think?
I mean, it's quite tangy. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, it's nice. I can't really.
No, get that down, you.
I can't.
Oh, you don't look so good, Adam. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's froth in the mouth. Oh, this is interesting. Turning green. Bloody hell. He's mutating. Holy shit. That's a strong cocktail. Adam. You alright? I think he'd fallen asleep.
Oh, dude, yeah. Shit, sorry, man. I think I've been watching too much Troma movies. I've had a bit of a freaky dream.
Bit of a freaky dream, huh?
Yeah. You know, involving toxic goo and mutations. And does my head look lumpy to you? Like more lumpy than usual?
Well, it's just kind of one big lump, to be honest.
Yeah,
one big lump.
One big sexy lump, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But, yeah. But anyway, to fuel us in this journey, I've actually prepared a couple of mojitos. Don't know if you...
Say what?
No, you don't want one?
No, I'm good, man. No, I'm good. You know, I never usually turn down a mojito, but I don't know, just not feeling it right now.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to sup this back while you begin us on our top 10.
Okay.
Troma.
Let's do it.
Cause this is Adam's top 10.
That's right, folks, 10.
Okay, so here we go. Here we start it. Here it begins.
The top 10 Troma.
Oh, number 10, as voted by you, the listener.
Number 10.
Okay, so number 10. I'm glad it's in the top 10, but I did actually think this would be a little bit higher up.
Okay.
It's Poltergeist.
Oh.
Night of the Chicken Dead.
Yes.
Again, one of the more recent ones, but certainly has all the charm and energy of a Troma film. Number 10. Got a few votes in there, not as strong as others, but certainly amongst a number of people's favourites.
Yeah.
Number 10. Number 9.
Numero 9.
Okay, another good one here. You've gone for Redneck Zombies.
Oh, I've not seen that one actually.
Have you not? Again, it's I think it came under a bit of criticism for how people in the South are portrayed in the but you know,
they do it to themselves, to be honest with you, talking like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And playing banjos and them having sex with spouses,
making people squeal like piglets. You know,
exactly.
if you don't want a bad image, don't do that shit. But yeah, I mean, again, it's a good gore fest. and a real nice zombie flick. So number 9, Redneck Zombies.
Yes.
Now, number 8.
That was quite suspenseful. Number 8.
It was. I think I'm right in saying this is the most expensive of all the Troma movies. It's actually Troma's War.
Oh, yes, yeah, of course.
Really interesting movie.
Yeah.
This, I think, kind of coming off the back of things like kind of Rambo and the kind of bulk of these, kind of Vietnam movies and whatever else. It again, as with a lot of Troma films, had a bit of a message behind it, had a lot of satire behind it as well. It's just a lot of fun, and there's a shitload of explosions. Hence, probably why there was quite a high bill attached to that. And again, that over the next 4 episodes, we're going to be revealing these bit by bit. That's all you're getting for now. Now, listen to the rest of this podcast, please. We'd love you to do that. But after you finish that, go to YouTube.
Yeah, and watch these films.
Yeah, go to the Troma channel, and for free. That's right.
Yeah,
no
free.
tricks here. Uncle Lloydie has made these available for free.
Yeah, you can watch Poltergeist.
You can watch Redneck Zombies.
Yeah, or you can watch Troma's War.
Exactly.
Right
there,
right now.
available for you.
Yeah.
Go and do it. And if you feel the inclination, have a look at Troma Now, which is the kind of their version of Netflix.
Yeah.
Get on there. £4 a month. What's £4 a month? Nothing. I shit that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Literally. What do you do?
I eat a lot of coins.
Oh.
They told me it was chocolate. It wasn't.
Oh, okay. And on that note, should we move on?
Let's move on.
It is happening again. It is happening again.
How do, Pablo here, with not a covered cast per se, more a covert cast. For today I find myself in the United States of Americas, in the Garden State, also known as New Jersey, in a small little town you may have heard of called Tromaville. Now what I'm trying to do today is I'm trying to track down a certain Mr. Lloyd Kaufman, general visionary, master of the extreme, horror, sex, violence, that sort of thing, and just an all-round pretty awesome guy and a hero of mine. Now I haven't been here that long, but doesn't look like the kind of place you want to hang around too long, just in case there's any trouble. I've seen a few Yahoo street gangs, filth, skunk rats, etc, etc, yeah, but I'm having to kind of steel myself not to delve to my more base urges, because I've got a job to do. I've got to find Lloyd and I've got to find him quick. What I intend to do as a little plan is to basically take him with me back to a undisclosed location and basically try and make him my best friend, and if that doesn't work, then, well, we all know what happens. Anyway, been having a look around, doesn't seem to be much sign of him around here. Just going to make my way along to Toxie's dump, try and see if he's along there, and I'll get back to you soon. Okay, so this is Pablo over and out, for now.
Right, what do you think of my new nose ring?
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
it's punk.
Yeah, I thought I'd go for something a bit crazy.
Yeah. I mean, is it? I'm not sure about the sort of floral jewel that you've got hanging off it, though. I don't know if that's very
Too
punk.
much?
Well, I just don't know if daisies are really what you describe as punk.
I must admit, it's a bit hard to breathe with this thing in as well.
Yeah,
let me take that out.
Oh, dude. Oh, ow! Are you all right?
Ow! Yeah, I think I've just taken a chunk out my navel cavity. But anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry, it was from watching Class of Nuke High. I kind of some of the style in that film sort of got me a bit inspired to do something with my appearance, because I always found myself a little bit bland looking, to be honest. So
Well, it's easy to come out of any Troma film and feel a little bit bland, because the characters are so outrageous and out there. Class of Nuke High, absolutely no exception.
This is our first top pick, and it's your top pick.
It is my top pick. It's not necessarily my favourite Troma movie of all time. However, I think it encapsulates everything that I love about Troma, in a lot of ways. There's an engaging story. There's social, political context. There's outrageous performances, which are accompanied by more outrageous performances. And in a world where everything's kind of over the top, it begins to make sense. It doesn't seem too outlandish. Within about 10 minutes into the movies, this is a great starting point, I always feel, for people to get into Troma films. This and The Toxic Avenger, if you watch these and you feel that you're engaged in them, then chances are you're probably going to be a fan of Troma. So it's just to give a bit of a summary, essentially it centres around within the Troma universe. We obviously have Tromaville, and this centres around the high school kids of Tromaville over at Troma High, which is situated next to a nuclear power
conveniently
plant. And there's a little bit of environmental issues with this nuclear plant, a few health and safety concerns which aren't being reported or acknowledged,
or covered up,
shall we say, by corporate greed. This is starting to have a bit of an impact on the young people over at Troma High. We see the honour students, former honour students, acting a little bit bizarre,
and sporting crazy nose jewelry,
rings, and other
funky hair.
We've got some nice male boobage developing, and they've gone off the rails a little bit. They've lost their way. They're part of this as well is that they're getting into narcotics. Drug dealer over at the plant is selling a bit of radioactive weed. This then starts going around the high school and impacting.
Freaky things happen.
Yeah, just impacting some of the other students with freaky and sexy results.
Like a 50-foot high dick or whatever.
Just a ceiling high length and a bizarre pregnancy, and a pretty impressive monster.
Very impressive monster.
Pretty impressive monster born from two high school students' sexual encounters whilst on nuclear weed, just because that can do it to you, So you probably gathered by now. Pretty crazy shit. Thoughts, Johnny?
Well, no, as you said, it's a classic example of Troma in full effect. It's got everything. It's got youth. It's got weed, boobies.
There's a lot of boobies.
Monsters. And it's just a right old riot, isn't it? Really. And obviously we've got this, Return to Nukem High Volume 1, and they've just taken Volume 2.
Return to Nukem High.
Yeah, that's just gone to Cannes, I think, and
it's doing the rounds at the moment, and will soon be, I'm sure, available for consumption. But keep an eye out for that, because hopefully it will be getting to some theatres and festivals.
But it's it's a great sort of. There's a lot of films a bit like this around this time, sort of. looking at some of the social aspects of high schools and youth culture, rebellious culture, and mix that with a spillage of toxic waste, and you've got quite an explosive combination.
Yeah. Imagine Porky's with, mutant monsters and freaky punks.
Yeah.
And you've got an idea of what we're looking at.
Yeah.
It's above all, and I'll say this about most of the Troma movies we're going to be looking at, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of gore. We've got a guy, was it getting his throat ripped out through a hand going down the throat and pulling it out gradually?
Yeah, almost a bit of a toxic moment, that is, isn't it? Yeah, where he kind of, as a result of the his exposure to radiation, goes into a little bit of a toxic rage and takes it out on some of the unhappy punks out there.
What are you doing?
I'm just rubbing my belly. Yeah,
rubbing yourself.
I've got an itchy chest.
Oh, well, maybe it's that toxic radiation.
I think it's had an effect on me.
No, but I think it's a great film, great one to kick off our Troma specials with. Give it a watch. Like we said, these films are free to watch on YouTube, so you have no excuse than to watch this. Whack it on, have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely, and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to a food suggestion?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Well, since this is your recommendation, do you want to indulge us first?
I'll get straight into there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've actually gone for something that reminded me of my teenage years.
Okay.
My youth.
Yes.
And not a very healthy option, it has to be said.
Uh-huh.
I was a little bit into microwave pizzas, like the little Chicago town microwave pizzas that you can get.
Yeah.
So pretty apt, because I'll be nuking that bad boy and microwaving it.
Yes.
I'll be turning that heat up. Those microwaves will be hitting that bad boy.
Yeah.
But I wanted to add a bit of a different element to it, rather than just a standard microwave pizza pie.
Yep.
I'm going to add a bit of a green pesto cheese.
Oof.
If you've never had green pesto cheese...
Oh, you've talked about this before, I think.
It's awesome. If you ever want to make a Halloween-themed pizza or something like that, it's great, because it's delicious cheese and it just looks like green goo. I think...
green gooiness on
so
nuked pizza.
I want to nuke my green gooey cheese all over my pizza pie. I'm going to nuke that high, and I'm going to dig into it. It's going to remind me and take me back to youth.
Yeah. Did you ever have... I remember once having... I think it was one of those micro pizzas, and I bit into it, and all the cheese came off at once and went all down my chin and burnt me. I had like a proper, almost like birthmark on my chin for about a week.
Well, it's
horrible.
It is a burn hazard.
It's horrible.
And much like this film, if you're going to mess with the nuclear weed, it's going to have
if you're going to mess with toxic pizza, man,
you're going to get burnt.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for that. A bit of a blast from the past, a bit of a nuclear blast from the past from it.
Oh, excellent. Well, yeah, no, I've not had them for a long time. I remember there was McCain microchips as well.
Yeah, can you remember pizza rollers?
Yes.
McCain pizza rollers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went away pretty quick. I think I was the only person who actually enjoyed them. I think I was keeping them in business for however long they were there for, which wasn't a very long time.
Well, I've gone for something. Well, actually, I've actually got it with me. Bear with me just a second. This is my recommendation. Just 2 seconds.
I'm not going to have to put something in my mouth, am I? This is becoming a regular occurrence. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh, hang on. There. Well, now. So, I was trying to think of something that would be quite nice, and obviously I've made us a mojito so far, and I was thinking, cocktails. I'm getting into cocktails at the moment, and I recently looked up a recipe for a cocktail called Toxic Waste Number 2. Which obviously this film features toxic waste, hence the link. It's a cocktail that includes vodka, Southern Comfort, blue curacao, orange juice, pineapple juice as well. You pour it over ice. Hang on.
I hope you take
Blah, blah, blah,
notes
blah.
on this as well, so you can make this at home and enjoy it for yourself.
Basically, once everything's mixed together, it turns a nice toxic green colour. And yes, you can drink toxic waste. Now, I haven't actually got all of those ingredients, so I'm totally experimenting. I haven't even tried this. I've no idea what it's going to be like. I've had to replace some of those ingredients, so we're going to brew up a little toxic experience a la journée. Now, obviously you've got your base alcohol, vodka.
Okay,
You know,
all right. I'm not a massive
whatever
vodka
you're
fan, but I'll give this a go.
Let's
More of a whiskey or bourbon kind of guy, but
let's have a bit of a. Oh,
okay.
like that sound. Now, okay, so you got your base liquor, of course. Now,
Smells like
I
turps.
didn't have any Southern Comfort, but I've got some creme de cassis, which is like a raspberry liqueur, and I was thinking, it's a bit like kind of, no, actually, sorry, it's blackcurrant liqueur, I think.
That sounds like a very 70s liqueur. Creme de... What is it? Creme de cassis?
Creme de cassis.
Okay, all right.
Kind of smells a bit like Ribena, which I thought, school, bit of
Yeah.
a nod to kind of drinks you might have had at school,
Yeah.
something
okay.
like that. There's some logic in there, I'm sure. Okay, so
Stings and nostrils.
we're brewing up our toxic waste. We've got vodka, creme de cassis.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
obviously, we've got in place of the orange juice and the pineapple juice, I have got some exotic tropical juice, which embodies the the funkiness, the freshness of these kids, this high school.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm with you. So it's representative of all those elements.
Yeah. We've then got, to add the Monster, I've actually got a can of Monster energy drink.
Okay.
Which, on the looks of it, it's got ginseng, taurine, loads of other crazy
A
shit.
shitload of caffeine, probably.
That's going to turn you crazy. Let's whack a bit in there.
Other energy drinks that are available.
And then, I think to add a bit of a kick, I've got some smoked paprika.
Okay.
Just make it a bit wild, add a bit of fire, a bit of spice.
Oh, this is...
And then, to top it up, I have a finger of asparagus, which has reminded me a bit of like some sort of toxicity.
Monster's finger or something.
Yeah, monster's
Well,
finger.
I'm not. I mean, my Peter's going to smell probably if I try eating the asparagus, but it's quite useful for stirring all these ingredients in, so it looks so the paprika's not just sat on there.
I'm going to just take a nice picture of this.
Yeah, this will be available on Twitter, so you know that we are actually putting this shit in our mouths. You can go first with this, dude.
Should we cheers?
Cheers. Things we do for our
Oh,
art.
I haven't mixed it. Sorry. Let's see what this is like.
Okay,
So,
dude.
toxic waste. Doesn't look very toxic.
Cheers,
waste.
everyone, and if you're making this at home, good luck.
Wow.
Actually, isn't too bad.
You know what it needs? It needs some ice. If it had
It
some
does.
ice.
Yeah.
If it had some ice.
You know what? If somebody served me that in a I have put worse things in my mouth in a nightclub.
Ooh.
Matron. Yeah,
Have you ever put some asparagus in your mouth in a nightclub? No. See, I'm starting a revolution, man.
Have you tried licking the asparagus with it on? It's actually quite sweet and tasty.
Oh yeah, it's alright actually. It's alright.
I'm just taking it.
Mmm.
Actually,
Well.
if you eat the asparagus as well,
Good.
it's a healthy treat.
Wow. Okay. I might have
Dude,
just. What shall I call it? I can't call it toxic waste because obviously that name's already taken.
What about? It's got to be something class of Nuke high related. What about?
Nukem Highball.
Yeah,
The Nukem Highball.
Nuke
Does that
highball.
make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. What's a highball? Isn't that like whiskey based?
I don't know, but fuck it, it works in my mind.
Fuck
the
it.
Nukem Highball.
Nuke highball.
So yeah, so there you go, folks.
Classy.
So if you're gonna give this film a watch, why not have a micro pizza, blast the shit out of it in the microwave, put some what did you say? Green pesto cheese
Green
on
pesto
that motherfucker.
cheese. Yeah.
And get yourself mix yourself up a Nukem Highball cocktail with a shear of asparagus, what we call it, shear, finger, whatever.
Finger asparagus.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Let's
move on.
move on.
Oh, I've got a feeling I'm gonna have a headache in the morning.
Yeah, dude.
But But
Yeah, if you're going to try that cocktail, make sure you're not operating heavy machinery or driving. Probably goes without saying when the base of it is vodka anyway, but just watch it.
Yeah, and if you've got your own cocktail recipes, why not tweet us at FTWFB podcast? Just thought I'd do that with my voice. But anyway, so that brings us to a close of part 1 of our Troma special. We hope you've really enjoyed it and that you're super psyched for part 2, in which we'll announce the top 7, 6 and 5, I think.
Yeah. 7, 6 and 5.
Yeah, we'll look at my top pick as well, my top Troma pick.
Yeah, and give some more food suggestions.
Yes. And we'll see if Pablo gets any closer to catching that dastardly Lloyd Kaufman.
Oh, Pablo, you and your antics.
Yeah. Anyway, so see you next time, folks.
See you later.
You've been listening to Food to Watch Films By, brought to you by Johnny, Adam and Pablo. If you like what you hear, then don't forget to leave us a review on iTunes, share an episode with a friend or a family member, and basically just continue to enjoy our podcast and love us. Otherwise, we will find you and we will kill you. Thanks for listening. Bye.